welcome back to my channel. So today we are back in our Minecraft world. As you can see, I've done no building recently. I have been busy though, but first things first, I need to put trapdoors on all of my little holes down. I have been finding that while I have my dudes here, which I may end up putting them over there. We'll see. They are precious, so I kind of don't want to leave them to the elements. But what I've been finding is villagers are dumb. That's not new. But they keep ending up down here, which, okay, so they end up down here. So what? Well, the problem is when they end up down here, they inevitably, because I don't want to have my little back doorway to the nether compromised, they end up in the nether. Drives me insane. And so instead of me keep killing my villagers, I mean, granted, they repopulate. We were down low on the iron golems and they're repopulating, right? Like if as long as I have beds and doors, the villagers will keep being villagers, right? So I put iron, well, I put copper because I think they're pretty. I put copper trapdoors on all of them. I also adjusted my little cow uh, wheat, situation here because, and it still will happen, so I'm not quite sure what to do about this, but they will breed. And you hear that sizzle? You hear that sizzle? That means a baby cow ended up dying on the way down. And I thought if I extended this a little bit and I gave it a little glow up here and then added a little more lava to the front, that would then solve the baby cow getting killed on the way in, but somehow it still doesn't. So no matter what I do, I get raw beef, which I guess, not the end of the world, right? Still useful. And only 2 adult cows usually end up, and I still have to inevitably push them forward when they're adults because one of them will die and the other one will live blissfully in that back. So what else have I been doing? Well, so last time I showed off the organization and the work that I put into being able to sort of just dump most of my stuff, right? Um, Mangrove roots drive me nuts. And I think I figured it out. I just don't know if well, I don't know if I can get up there now. I think that the hopper that blows and does the mango roots is too close to the hoppers that then push it down. And so then the mango roots always end up in the miscellaneous chest at the very, very end instead of in here. It's a minor annoyance. It would not be as annoying as pushing all of these out and then figuring out what to do with this. And no, I don't care enough. I don't get enough mango. I don't get enough mangrove roots for it to make a difference. So I'll just deal with the slight annoyance every time I do. But what I really wanted to do is I didn't want my my creeper slash mob farm. I didn't want to have to come down here and put stuff away, right? Especially since now I will show you. I've made some progress on this side. You can see everything um, has a frame now, and almost all of them have the golden um, glow squid ink. But I have, these here. I don't want to have to like take it from the chest down there and put it up here or manually put it here. No, the whole reason I have this system is so that I can be as lazy as possible and just dump stuff. So I was like, okay, in my modded worlds, we we connect. We connect until I realized, oh, well, that requires elevator going up. Huh. All right. Um, and so what I did, see if I can just break in here a little bit and not hurt anything, is so there is a dropper elevator, basically, is what this is. Let me, and I will put the link. I used Mumbo Jumbos. So it's an oldie but a goodie. He has a couple of different versions of how you can do this elevator. Basically, what happens, I'll go downstairs. This I could kind of understand, so it was all good, is so you have this redstone clock here. So this part here is technically a redstone clock. And what happens is the I tried to keep it in the same space, so it's a little compact, just a bit. And I had to do this multiple times because this redstone that goes up was interfering with the redstone for the sorting system. So that was no bueno. And so I did it on this side and I did it on that side and on that side. And I tried to figure out like how ultimately what I did is I did it here and then inverted. So it's not, it's the same but opposite side from the one in the video. And that seems to work. But what it happens is the vacuum, bleh, wrong mod game. The hoppers push into a dropper. The redstone clock goes, hey, is there something in there? If there is, then this more or less, thank you, Deuce. We were missing you in my videos. He's playing with Rose right now. And yeah, so good luck to all of us, right? Um, uh, so it then registers this dropper, then pushes it up into the next dropper, and then the redstone that goes on the other side starts to push it up the entire dropper system. And where it ends up is then it comes out through this dropper into a vacuum. I keep saying that really bad, into a hopper. God, I miss vacuum hoppers, but that's vanilla for you. Um, into the hopper and then dumps into the downstairs part of the hopper system. It didn't need to go to the top because the things that would be collected are all right over here. And so, yeah, I could have tried to figure out how to shortcut. It's not worth it, right? Like at the end of the day, it's not worth it. And so I did have to push out this wall just to here cover up the ugliness of the elevator, redstone elevator system, but it works. I wrote down what all of the default. Did I get? I did them. I must have got them upstairs. I was curious. I'm like, where did I grab these blocks again? I don't remember. I grabbed them over here to cover up this ugliness. So that. And then somehow I have one there, but that's fine. And then that. And then I don't know where this last one went. We will put it right here. Sure. Then I'll have a space that I'll have to fill in later. Um, what was I talking? Totally lost my own train of thought. Oh, I know what I was talking about. So when I originally hooked it all up, I took the numbers of what was in these containers down here, and I think we're about 20 gunpowder ahead. So it's definitely working, and it's not ending up in this catch-all, although we will have spider every once in a great while, spider eyes and cobwebs, not string, end up in here. but that's okay because like it's not going to happen very often, and it's fine. It's fine. But I'll link that video. It was really fascinating. I opted for the easiest, but if he calls it, there's some problems that with it, but I really couldn't be bothered by the problems. And the other two, while fancier, also, yeah, require a lot more space than I had, and that I was willing to give the elevator, and just a lot more mental brain power that I was not willing to. No, I was not willing to invest in this. Um, so why haven't I done more terraforming and more? Ooh, is it nighttime? Hello, how are you? Let me lay down, stupid villagers who I have to get more doors than is technically accurate because you all can't seem to navigate a one door system. Why haven't I done more work? Well, as I said in the last video, the time is getting close. I'm gonna need a beacon, and that means I need to spawn the wither. And I double checked, with a 2% drop rate of wither skeleton heads. Yeah, I'm lucky. I ain't that lucky. So I was like, okay, well, we're going to have to do something with the nether, right? Sadly. And my options, I do have options, right? My options are either I come into here and I farm wither skeletons day in, day out and hope I get lucky. Even with my looting 3 sword, hope I get lucky, right? My other option is to create a wither farm. And while that doesn't necessarily, yeah, it doesn't necessarily, wasn't really excited about it because how long it took me to find that fortress. It took was even more daunting when all of the places that I looked at said, "Hey, you need a fortress in a soul sand valley," which I had found 0 soul sand valleys. Great game. Thanks. Love you too. Really love being in the nether. And oh, hi, you are stuck maybe? I don't know. Let's put you out of your misery so that I can have peaceful thoughts. So what I did was um, I went to this thing called chunk base, which is actually in the video for the nether farm, and you can put in your seed number, and then what I did was I found where my actual base was. And you can do things like find all of the monuments on your seed, and you can do all of the, like, say, find all the villagers on your seed. But more importantly, you can change it to the nether and you can change it to the end. And in the nether, you have to zoom in a bit. You can then look for all of the fortresses that are within like soul sand valleys, right? Which is great. Um, and so I was like, okay, well, it's been hit or miss for the things that um, are 1.21, because I did use it to see if I could find a trial chamber. I do want to attempt one of those, right? Like that sounds fun. Um, but I did words. I'm trying to be careful because this is deadly area, as you can see. Although I do like it when these piglins and the hoglins fight each other, and I can just come in and get the spoils, right? You can see I've killed quite a few. quite a few hoglins. Thanks to my flame, it automatically cooks them. That's nice. I did leave myself a I no 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 no. Um, I did leave myself a path, which I have now lost. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. This is what I get for talking. Okay, so then I go this way. Got it. Back on the path. Um, so as I was saying, the site has some issues for me with chambers and things of 121. I don't know that it's wholly accurate, but I will attempt to use it to find a trial chamber because my game should be updated to 121. But I was like, okay, it should be fine for. Hi, go away. Go, go away. I said bye bye. You are dismissed. But I was thinking for this purpose, right? Should be fine. Nether fortresses have been in the game forever at this point, right? And so I found those coordinates and I started the journey. But I honestly think, which makes me a little angry, just a tiny bit, I think this fortress is actually closer. And I think that there's a couple of other fortresses that are even closer than the first fortress that I found, which makes me wish I had used and found that site earlier. Because, yes. Um, like, I think on another video, it said to look up those things. But I didn't realize how easy it would be for me to find other things. Needless to say, it was spot on the money. I did find a fortress that was in the Soul Sand Valley, exactly like it says. It just took me, as you can see, a little bit of a while to get there. Although this again is a much straighter path than the other one because I don't have to work my way backwards already. You can see some of the changes. And that was nice because Soul Sand Valley was the last place I needed to do the challenge of world, all the biomes in the Nether. Buttons. Let's talk about these buttons. They're everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean everywhere. So in the video, it says to do as it says like to do every single bit of the Nether Fortress and the surrounding area in buttons. Is the idea, like I get the idea, right? The idea is you're limiting where things can spawn. And so you can see I gave up there, right? So I did. Buttons. As far as the eye can see. Sort of. Right? Like in the videos that I watched, and even in the video that I'll link, right? It says should do the buttons up here, and you should do the buttons below, and you should do the buttons above. And excuse you, ma'am. Ah, you took out a button. No, no. Dang it. Good thing I have extra buttons on me. And the video says, just so that you are aware of the madness that this happens. And I should get inside because I don't want to. I only have so many extra buttons. So I need to not have that happen more. The video says that in the average, sorry, in the average Nether fortress, you're looking at 8,000 buttons. Not wrong. It's definitely not wrong. I lost count. I also lost patience, which is ultimately what you're going to see when I look around. Didn't do anything over there. Just said no. Just said no. Didn't do anything over there. I was done. I was so done. Okay, I need to go down. So I did as many buttons as I could because, oh, hey, I missed a button. That now feels complete. Oh no. I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. What I get for talking? Oh, here we go. This, and then it's this way. That's right. And then lots of it. I hear. I hear. You can see there's buttons out there. But like I farmed a whole bunch of trees to get all of these buttons. And at some point I just said, you know, I don't need to have this farm be 100% efficiency. I got a lot of these buttons done, right? I got a lot. And considering that's that many blocks away, right? Where is he? Okay, I don't know where he is. Like it's Basalt Delta. I got really lucky too because this is very close to the Basalt Delta, so it's like, oh, we're so close to it not having worked since it has to be in a whatchamacallit, in a Soul Sand Valley. But I figured those that's got to be at least 50 blocks, if not closer to 100 blocks away. It's fine. It's fine. And then I built this. So the idea is obviously you don't want anything spawning around here. You do want them spawning in there, but you hope by putting, if I understand it correctly, right? Like correct me if I'm wrong, if somebody knows better. I don't want to stand up here because again, oh, I killed something. Oh, hi. Nobody asked you. You can go away. Um, the idea is you don't want gas spawning here because it's a very large platform. There is an iron golem that I put in there, and I did take a turtle egg apparently. Apparently, all of the nether mobs, it's the uniqueness of it all, I guess. They absolutely adore those turtle eggs. And they'll run either to the golem if they like the golem, or they'll run to the turtle egg, whichever one. Excuse me, sir. See, I really should put buttons down here. God, I don't want to put any more buttons out. That's so many buttons. Should even put buttons up here. Oh, but you can hear. We'll just put, yeah, I'm so done with buttons. But I figured I would put a little, I didn't want to be in here and be exposed to the elements and all of that stuff. But so we're getting some stuff, right? I might have to, here's the dilemma that I have. I might have to raise this up a little bit, which raising it up is going to be would be a whole lot easier than when I built the dang thing. Talk about nerve-wracking. Because, we are literally over lava. Okay, thanks, game. I mean, I guess there's probably a perfect Soul Sand Valley out there that has a fortress, but again, I wasn't going to search far and wide than I had to. But so in theory, I should be able to just stay down here and have the things drop down and then be able to kill, whack with my sword and try to get that 2% with minimal hassle, right? It is another XP farm if I really need it. I'm going to get a lot of I wouldn't call it junk, but I'm going to get a lot of bones and blaze rods and probably gold nuggets too. I haven't seen a pigman drop down. Maybe I've just been lucky. But so here's what I want to test. So in the video, right, it's like, or, tons and tons of stuff in such a little time and blah, blah, blah. It's all the hype. But I also know that I didn't do it exactly. No, I was done with the buttons. I didn't want any more buttons. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to wait down here because I haven't done this yet. Obviously, you could see based off of my well, this is something. This is I don't think was that in there. I don't think so. I think I got that somewhere else maybe. You can see I didn't stay very long after I built it. So I'm curious. Oh, like I have to be quick. Because that was a oh. Oh, interesting. But let's do a little pause and I'll come back in an hour and let's see what there is to see. And I'll actually know whether I need to move this up so that I can actually hit it with my looting sword or if I can get wither heads this way. So BRB. We'll be right back. It's been about an hour. Look at this lovely thing. This is not how it's been all hour. I did move this up one so that they were instantly dying one level down. And so now, and I did look up, I do need to actually hit them in order to get their heads potentially. Meager. Very meager. So listen, peeps. I'm going to have to do the unthinkable. I'm going to have to, excuse me, sir. I will get to you in just a second. I am going to have to cut down some more acacia trees and make some more logs. And it will be painful. And I won't like it at all. But if I'm going to get these stupid heads, this is what I need to do. I need to plaster them everywhere around here. Oy vey. Excuse me, sir. Or madam. Or sir and madam. Go away. I don't want to hear you. But yeah, this is, as it stands, this is definitely not going to get me where I need. There's the 2 cobblestone deep slate that I was missing. Oh well, it's fine. So I'm going to cut again. And then I will do some more grinding and do some more buttons. Try to get this to being successful. I am in still Soul Sand Valley, right? Soul Sand Valley? Soul Sand Valley. So still in the right place. I am not going to do the upper levels if I don't have to, but I will do all of that outside. All right. I will be back. I will not be happy unless it gets me tons of wither skulls heads. We shall see. I will be back.